Hi, it's Brian Newman with the Spotlight of Business Owner Show, and today we're thrilled to have Diana Wilson with ProfileSports.tv. Hi, Diana, how are you?
Hi, how are you?
Yeah, good, good. Yeah, so no, we're really excited to have you on our show today. And I know I was viewing your website before this talk, and boy, it's amazing what you guys are doing. Before we get
Thanks,
into
Brian.
your business, oh yeah, I'm telling you, I've never seen anything like that. How'd you get into this business? And were you an athlete or how did you get started?
No, I was not the athlete. I always loved sports. I played sports in high school, but I was the girl that used to get creases at the bottom of her shorts from sitting on the bench because I just what I my heart was in it, but just did not have those skills. No, my background I've always been an artist, and so I knew I needed to do something with that talent. And really, I actually got the idea from watching Bewitched
Oh,
on
wow.
television. Bewitched's husband, Darren,
Yeah.
was a commercial artist, right? And he had a nice house. He provided for Bewitched pretty well, and he didn't have any magical powers. So I thought,
Yeah.
I don't want to be a starving artist, right? So I want to be a commercial artist like Darren Stevens on Bewitched. Well, I
Uh-huh.
didn't know what that was. I just figured it involves drawing because, I could draw. Turns out, I still do a bit of drawing. I illustrate children's books, and
Oh,
I do have ability, that kind of talent, but really graphic design is where I made my living most of my life, and in advertising and marketing.
oh,
So yeah, so the beginning of this whole project of Profile Sports started when I moved here to Phoenix to head up a media company. And one of our projects was to develop a website for a law firm who wanted to represent athletes, like negotiate all of uh, their new contracts, or get them you know commercial deals,
oh,
to be like a spokesperson. So they needed video and they needed their stats. And so what we designed for the law firm was like a living baseball card. And this was a new concept back when we started it. This started like 10 years ago, is when we originally came up with this concept. Long story short, the law firm went a different way, but I saw promise in what Profile Sports could do for athletes. And so the name Profile was really, in the beginning, intended for professional athletes.
oh,
But when we started building it out, where the interest was in like kids moving up along and trying to get college scholarships,
uh-huh.
or moving from minor leagues to major leagues, that type of thing. So we started to build it out, and I thought we had the best thing since sliced bread. We really have. If you go to our website at profilesports.tv and you click on the athlete profiles, you'll see some of the young athletes who have performed. We've got their video, it shows their stats. But the really cool thing is, when you go to the stats page and you click on one of the lines of their stats, down will drop a shot chart, and you can see all of every shot attempted and made. I mean, it's just
Oh, wow.
really cool. And every coach
Yeah.
who's ever looked at it is just blown away. But the market didn't. You have to take these things to the market and see if they will buy it. And
Uh-huh.
I thought every parent in the world would want this for their kids. And really, just not enough of them saw the value, I guess, because when it came time to pay for it, no matter what price point I tested, it really wasn't the scalable business I was looking for. And the other problem with it is, well, not a problem. Again, you go to the market, they tell you what you want, what they want. And
Hmm.
everybody was asking for video. They were like, oh, that's really cool, but how do I get my games? How do I get my video? So that the market kept telling us, we want our game videos, make that happen. So in the beginning, I started kind of like the Uber of sports video. I figured I was going to just send shooters out to all these different games, and they'd be bringing back the game footage. We'd upload it because this was still live streaming wasn't really stable yet when we
Mhm.
were developing this. But it became a logistic nightmare because people wouldn't show up on time. They'd be there after tip off, or if some technical difficulty happened, they'd just quit.
Oh,
They just shut
wow.
off the camera and go, well, I couldn't do it. And people are counting on these games. So I needed a more reliable solution. And so I started also, the demand was more and more for live streaming. We had one client that we actually traveled to all their games with them, and we got their home and away games. But trying to scale that was still a challenge because if anything technical happened, like a lot of these gyms, you can't get the Wi-Fi signal through those walls, and a lot of times
Oh,
nobody knows the password to the Wi-Fi. So all these little things were just eating at me. And then one day, my husband and I were watching the Tim Ferriss show on television, and he was interviewing Bill Rasmussen, the founder of ESPN.
oh, wow.
And so I was, of course, interested. How did ESPN start? And he always tells the story of the beginnings of ESPN. But at the end of the interview, Tim Ferriss asked him, "So, Bill, what are you doing these days?" And Bill's like 86 years old at the time. And so he wasn't expecting much of an answer. But Bill says, "Well, I'm going to redo what I did for ESPN, but
Mhm.
instead, now I'm doing it for the younger kids, and I'm going to do it without a cameraman." And I went, I got to learn about this. This is
Oh,
very
how
interesting.
cool.
So I hunted him down, and it took it took some doing, but I finally found a way to get to him, and his people put together a meeting with him, and we talked. And I actually worked for 1 year with Bill Rasmussen, trying to help him bring up his idea. And I could
Uh-huh.
see how this was going to tie in with Profile Sports, and so did he. I showed him Profile Sports, and he thought this could all work very well together. But when it came time to really actually buy these cameras, he was trying to go about it by reinventing the wheel. And I was doing a whole bunch of research and found the camera solution that I thought we should go with. And it was a little more money than he wanted to spend on it. Anyway, long story short, sometimes business relationships don't work out, and we parted
Yeah.
company just fine, no problem. But
Uh-huh.
I once again took my idea, and I thought, okay, with what I've learned from that experience, which was a wonderful experience, now I can build Profile in a way that it can be all automated. So
Oh.
I met with my husband about it, and we discussed how we could do this. So we bit the bullet, and we invested in these very expensive cameras, and
Uh-huh.
went ahead, and I made a deal with the Sporting Chance Center in Tucson, and
Oh.
they saw the vision. Yeah, Tom Carl down there is an amazing man. He saw it right away and thought it would be excellent. So about 1 year ago, today, almost, give or take a month, we turned our cameras on for the first time in Tucson,
Oh
and
my
it was a
God.
huge success. Yeah,
Yeah,
we had.
oh, I was
Go
gonna ask,
ahead. What was
in the cameras, from what I read, like you don't have cameramen. Is that right? They're
no?
they're AI,
That's right. They
artificial
use
intelligence.
artificial intelligence.
So how does
Yeah,
that work?
it's
How,
well, we install the camera,
uh-huh.
connect it to a good solid Ethernet connection, and sometimes the venue has to bring up the quality of their service, because once you have a product like this, everybody wants to jump on your Wi-Fi. So we
Yeah.
needed our own Ethernet connection that goes to all the cameras. I schedule the games from Phoenix,
Oh,
And or in his case, they can schedule it too. So they schedule their games for a bunch of tournaments, and the cameras turn on automatically, and it kind of works like your security camera. Have you ever seen security
oh
cameras that
yeah,
follow?
yeah.
Okay, so with these cameras, you tell it what sport you're playing, and it will actually film the game differently. So with
Oh,
basketball, it's going to follow the ball, right? And on great plays, it'll zoom in and it'll pull out when all the bodies are
oh
running.
wow.
So
That's really
it
cool.
literally learns. Yeah. And if I tell it it's volleyball, it shoots it an entirely different way. Or futsal, it's going to film the game differently.
Uh-huh.
So, and they do get smarter because it is artificial intelligence. So the games get better and better. And so the thing that we do that is a little bit different, because there are now a handful of companies that do live streaming of sports, but they all charge the parents or the fans a pay-per-view or
Yeah,
a subscription, right? And
yeah.
I just didn't
Yeah,
feel
yours
that
is
that was
free.
fair.
From what I
Yeah.
understand, yeah, yours is all free. And what, you have sponsorships?
Exactly. So, what makes us different than everybody else in the market is our business model.
Oh,
And this is something that I got from ESPN. It's like,
oh,
just go sell the sponsorship first,
uh-huh.
and then everybody can watch for free, because the sponsors, the advertisers, they want as many eyeballs as they can get. And what's better than free? Right?
Oh
So
yeah.
if we so it, like in Tucson, for example, we signed up the Hampton Inn Hotel and Dave and Buster's restaurant, which is very close to the Tucson uh, facility, and
Uh-huh.
it was instant success for both of them. The Hampton Inn got like 10 more bookings of teams in their hotel, where
Wow.
they've been a sponsor for years, but did not see that kind of return right away. And
Oh,
then
okay.
with Dave and Buster's, the parents were so appreciative of being able to see their games and have their games, that they entire leagues would go over there for lunch. And like within the first month, they paid for their year's worth of advertising, and everybody's, thrilled and happy
Yeah,
until
yeah.
COVID.
Um, yeah, that's unbelievable. Wait, Diana, I was going to ask you, where do we see the games? And are they high
Well,
school or college games?
no, actually, we don't do very many high school games. Um,
Oh,
we have a with the camera company that we decided to go with. They have an exclusive deal with the high schools, so we don't even sell into high schools. But
oh,
the reason that I really wanted to have our cameras in multi-use sports centers is, one, I get a variety of sports, and I get a new audience every single weekend. So
oh,
whereas a high school is going to play the same 12 teams in each sport each season, my total possible audience is just a few thousand people, and it's the same people over and over, right? With a multi-sports facility, I'm going to have regional and national tournaments, as well as the locals who call that gym their home and they practice there. So I
mhm.
have a good relationship with the community. I've got my regular customers, but every weekend, or 44 to 50 weekends a year, I've got
Mhm.
a brand new crop of people coming in from out of state, and they get their profile sports video. They go home, they share it with all their friends and family. They're planting seeds for me. And
Oh yeah.
now we're growing out of Arizona. I just made a deal with the league director of big time hoops. So we're going to be broadcasting games from Virginia, Maryland,
Oh wow.
Florida, Texas, Kansas, West Virginia, North Carolina, and South Carolina.
Oh my God.
So we all of a sudden are national, and
Wow. No,
and
that's
it's just
phenomenal.
it's been an amazing ride. And if we can, I want to circle back to what COVID has done
Yeah,
to
yeah, that's what
all everybody's business.
yeah, yeah. How did that affect
So
it?
you can imagine, well, for example, my facility in Tucson, the Sporting Chance Center,
Uh-huh.
they're partnered with Pima County. And so they were very concerned about the COVID problem. So they actually closed their doors for 9 months. I had no
Oh.
games to play at all on my channel. Pretty hard to sell sponsorships when you've got nothing to
Oh,
show.
yeah, I can
Um,
imagine.
and bless his heart, Justin Peterson is my partner in Chandler. He has the lab facility, and we had installed just one camera there at the very like beginnings of COVID, just to get our chops down. And he was able to be really careful, and like he cleans his benches between every game, and he has the parents come in one way and out the other. Everybody's sanitizing and only, keeping the audience to a minimum and spacing.
Uh-huh.
He's gone above and beyond to make sure that the kids can play. And we were
Oh.
able to film some of those games through COVID, at least to kind of stay alive. And so, we survived COVID and we're coming out of it now. We've got the Sporting Chance Centers turning all their cameras back on. We're beginning again. And it's like starting your business all over again. But here's the
Mhm.
difference. COVID's going to be a concern to some people going forward for quite some time. And
Mhm.
the grandparents especially have missed seeing their grandkids play. So while our cameras and this product, the service we provide is always valuable for kids who maybe are looking to go to college or just want to have their games for keepsake.
Yeah.
Now it's more valuable than ever before because grandparents and aunties and uncles from all over can
Yeah,
watch
they can
just
view
on
it
their
in a
cell phone
safe.
on the
Oh, yeah, it's a
yeah,
safe. Yeah, they can view it from home in a safe environment. So,
or
no, that's
anywhere. But what we're doing for our sponsors, because the parents in some of these facilities can't come in, and or maybe only one parent can come in. So what we're doing to help the local businesses is I'll put up a display at the sports center, and I've got my video going. It attracts them. I show them how to get the app and get on and watch the games, and then
uh-huh.
we send them to one of our sponsors establishment. Like we just made a deal with Whataburger in Tucson. So I'm going to say, hey, parents, why don't you go over, have some lunch and at Whataburger, and here's a coupon for a deal there. And they're going to work with us for like team events and stuff. So they're going to be a great partner in Tucson. That way, we're driving the business to our customer, to our real
Sponsors.
customer are the businesses. And so we find this as a way to, kill some time, go shopping at this store who's advertising on our channel. Go
Uh-huh.
back over to Dave and Buster's
Oh, I
after and
love it. I love
celebrate
it.
your win. Yeah, so it's a way for us to help anybody who helps the kids get their games. And it's
So,
kind of a beautiful relationship
yeah, it's a win-win situation for everyone, it sounds like.
for everybody.
Diana, how can they get in touch with you if they want to find out more about your business?
Sure. Well, if they just go to profilesports.tv, there's an advertising page. So it's profilesports.tv/ad, and or just click the tab, just the advertising tab, and there's a special little bonus for you if you're the type of business who really likes tangible things. I mean, the pre-roll commercial is nice. You get a 15 to 30-second little stinger, short commercial that's not too irritating for people to see over and over again.
Yeah.
And we help you make those too. We do a real nice job with creating the videos. But you
Oh,
get
okay.
that. You get slider graphics. So at the front of our channel, 24/7, you can click on any of our ads and it goes right to your website. So your landing page or your website is that's selling for you all the time. But there are businesses who really want something physical. So the Dream City is offering a banner sale. You can get a 4x6 banner for $4.50, hangs in the gym all season, or out on the ball field. You get a big I think it's 8 by 4 for 1,000 for the whole year. That's a great deal for supporting that local community. And there's some other things that you can sponsor there as well,
Oh, okay. Can they
like
call
the
you? What's the best way
absolutely.
to
Yeah,
get
my number is up on your screen, 602-672-7327. It's also plastered everywhere on my website because I don't know
oh,
about you, but I hate going to a website and not be able to find, a phone number to reach someone.
oh,
So
I
our number
know, I
is
know. I agree.
everywhere.
I agree with you
Yeah.
totally. No, so just um any final words that you want to say to the audience? I mean, yeah, this is phenomenal. So basically they film uh, and through artificial intelligence all these games that are occurring, with our youth, soccer, probably, I don't know, baseball, basketball. It's all indoors, isn't it? Or did they do outdoor stuff
Uh,
too?
Actually, we can do either indoors or outdoors. The cameras that I currently have that are permanently installed are indoor cameras,
Oh, okay.
but our camera company makes outdoor cameras as well, and they're amazing. They have 4 lenses instead of just the 2 for a back and forth game, so they
Uh-huh.
get better depth of field. They can take in an entire football field or a soccer field
Wow.
and literally follow the action, and these cameras are weatherproof. And in Arizona, you got to worry about the heat. They're heat
Yeah.
resistant up to 129 degrees. And I hope we never see heat
I
that
know. I
hot, even
know.
in
Oh my
Arizona.
God.
But yeah,
Yeah.
they're amazing cameras, and we can do outdoors. And like I said, the Big Time Hoops is not using those cameras. They're actually using cameras they can take with them on the road. So
Oh,
you're not limited to only using footage from the facilities where we're installed. We've got lots of options for you if you're interested in that. And like if you're have a facility, or if you've got athletes of your own at home and you're interested in getting either a profile for them or getting their game videos, just talk with us, and we can probably make some arrangement with the venue you play at most, or a way to show you how you can get your games on our channel and share with everybody, because it's pretty handy to have it on the app,
oh, cool. All
and
right.
it's
Well,
free. You can't beat free.
oh yeah, yeah. The price is right. So yeah, reach out to Diana Wilson. She can be reached at 602-672-7327, or go to her website, which is sports or profilesports.tv, and read about her company and all that she offers. So Diana, thank you so much. Boy, it's very
Thank
informative.
you, Brian.
Yeah, yeah, I love having you on the show. And again, for the viewers, I'd reach out to her, get in touch with her, learn more about her business and how you can be part of it. So thanks for being on the show, and we'll talk to you soon.